Is there a doctor in the house? Is there a doctor in the house? Or is there someone actually adept, aside from my mother, who's not here at the moment, so I can't have her guest commentate? Tio! Care to
Jeez.
share with the audience what today's symptom is?
Clearly a case of an adaptation from a real story that actually grew a tumor on it. So my diagnosis is that it's probably irreversible. So we must suppress the victim for his own good.
And the victim being? Oh god, this poor movie never had a shot back in 1998. Patch Adams. Okay,
Patch Adams.
folks.
This was directed by Tom Shadjack, who previously made Ace Ventura: Pet Detective, The Nutty Professor, and Liar Liar.
Talk about a fall from grace.
Wait,
not
Liar
just a
Liar
fall.
after or
The before. This is the film. This is the film he did after Patch Adams, and it was written by Steve Odekirk, who was involved in stuff such as Ace Ventura: When Nature Calls, The Nutty Professor again, and after Patch Adams, he did such classics as Jimmy Neutron Boy Genius, Kung Pao Enter the Fist,
Bruce Almighty, and Cowboys and Aliens,
and Evan Almighty, and Barnyard.
Shit.
So this guy is a very, very, very mixed bag. He either makes good stuff or he makes shit.
So, folks, when you think of Robin Williams, you think of some of his best times, like as the genie in Aladdin, Peter Pan and Hook, and Popeye in that, Mrs. Doubtfire, and Popeye. And then when you go to the opposite spectrum of Robin Williams' works, you get stuff like Jack and...
Sentinel Man.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And this.
Patch Adams, possibly his worst film. For good reason. I mean, you don't even have to be a doctor or an assistant of a doctor or even a nurse to know half of the stuff that's wrong with this movie. But I digress. Let us begin. Okay, basically...
the Universal logo, I think.
Right before the Universal logo. On my mark in 3, 2, 1, click. This doesn't even have the extra Brian Tyler addition to the Universal logo theme.
I'll be fair, this is Jerry Goldsmith's one. He did it. I think he did all right.
Oh, I love it. I love it. I love.
Are we seriously critiquing the score for a company logo? Which lasts like 10 seconds.
Says the guy who says that he preferred the older level 5 logo from Rogue Galaxy instead of the new one.
But I actually care about level 5, unlike Universal.
Well, I'm trying to find every single good thing I can about this movie because it's
also, as you have seen, yes, a bit of context. This is supposedly based on a real story. However, as we will clearly tell you for its best moment, there will be a lot of liberties that the creators of this movie.
Teo, this is your time. This is the time for you to bring your
pretentious piano for the win.
Yep.
Yes, that's right.
Cue Mark Shyman's piano.
Yes,
that's
right.
There's a lot of happy, melodramatic.
Robin Williams
Philip
movie,
Seymour Hoffman. Philip, did you read the script? Philip.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we also have narration because that's complimentary.
So yeah, everybody, get ready for some emotional manipulation overload.
You know,
in hindsight, movie has a tendency of taking you for the balls and believing he's doing whimsical stuff, while in reality he's basically slapping you in the face.
Okay, Robin, look, you do this kind of stuff good in, Hunter Creek or Dead Poet Society. And then there are times when you try for the inspirational thing a little too much. Granted, in hindsight, I think I may see what he was trying to do, but that's for a later bit. So, for those who don't know, this is based off of the story of Dr. Hunter Dorothy Patch Adams, an American physician, a comedian, and a social activist. And yes, an official clown and author, but for the good of society.
And well, again, we'll see. We'll tell you as the movie goes on. But this movie really exaggerated these actions.
And of course, it uses the official term as semi-biographical story. That totally excuses the stuff they do. So yeah, Patch here is being checked. Well, he's checking himself into into an asylum because he's
borderline depressed. So, yeah.
Awkward.
The problem is it was the era where asylums were not exactly the best places on earth.
In fact, that's going to be one of the themes of this movie, how Patch Adams hoped modernize the idea of bedside manner.
We'll get to that when we get to that, Joe, because I have an entire argument on that, believe me.
Okay, that bearded guy's thing, the whole how many fingers are there, that?
Yeah.
I've watched a Standard Critics review of this movie, and what does the whole four fingers thing prove?
You'll see,
Dweebs. There is a supposed moral behind it. We'll tell you when the time comes.
Moral in this movie?
Oh, trust me, Dweebs.
They will literally spell out the moral for you. Don't worry.
Look, like I said, Dweebs, there's the good Robin Williams moral teaching films, and then there's the
bad ones.
I don't know what the hell you were thinking, Robin Williams moral teaching films. I mean, considering how Robin Williams was secretly depressed, I guess I can see the intent he had in trying to teach good morals to cheer people up. God rest his soul, but this, you'll see.
I'll just say one thing. I mean, it is sad that Robin Williams has passed away, but his bad films were still bad. Let's not get ahead of ourselves.
Yeah,
of course.
So, yeah, what better way to treat a suicidal person by putting them in this house of a place? Jesse Eisenberg, is that you?
Hey guys, I'm at 5 minutes. Count me in.
All right.
Sir, and click.
All right, then. I downloaded the movie just in case.
Fair bit.
Okay, so he's suicidal, and yet they put him with an insane guy.
Dweebs, this is supposed to, in theory, represents the fact that the healthcare doesn't really care, no pun intended.
And
subtle.
They were basing this off of a time before Patch Adams sort of did some stuff.
Yeah, however, here's the thing, at least to me. I feel... I don't know how it work in America, really, because I've not been there. I don't know how it works. I only read books and stuff like that. But I can tell that this movie, regardless of how things really happened, is generalizing a lot of stuff, including
not just generalize. Oh, go on.
Including this thing about medics not caring, just wanting to fill in papers and not caring about the patient. I downright refuse to believe all healthcare places were like that, because I can accept the fact that a good chunk of personals scattered around places here and there may not be suited for a job and just don't care about what they're doing. But I refuse to believe everyone was being a dick and let these things happen on a daily basis. That I refuse.
Yeah, let me put this into perspective. Patch Adams was born in 1945, and Here's Zero was around the time of, stuff like the Cold War, stuff like that, which may remind you, while some hospitals weren't the best, they did treat people with proper health, especially the wounded from war. In fact, bedside manner was a must at that time.
In fact,
I've got my side already.
Didn't I forgot. Didn't the president at the time instituted like a psychological healthcare for veterans from Vietnam or something?
Which president?
I forgot. Maybe Reagan. It was at the time.
Because
I don't know.
Might have been. Also, it's a weird thing. This bearded guy. this silver-haired guy with a mustache. Ironically, he looks more like Patch Adams. Granted, Patch Adams of today as opposed to back then. Movie, are you trying to be One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest now?
Also, why is Neil deGrasse Tyson in this movie?
We need famous actors, Tio.
I guess.
Yes, we can count this as another one of those galleries of actors who needed a paycheck or just happened to be about. Oh, God, this
scene. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm siding with the doctor on this one.
Don't worry, Tail. We all are.
See, here's the thing.
I know we're demonizing him and making him sound like a dick, but in this context situation, he's actually right.
See, okay, it looks like they're setting up for him to, talk about respecting the guy like a human being, maybe asking him. And then this. Okay, look. Couldn't you just left it at, we should treat him like a human being, not, oh, we should make fun of him like a usual human being, too? Wow. This is just the beginning, folks. It only gets worse from here.
Yeah, now this is the wrong part. An actual doctor or, someone who actually is supposed to have this job should actually instead, again, trying to, resolve the situation.
By the way,
stuff like that. Instead, they do this because,
Guess who's apparently in this movie as an uncredited cameo appearance?
Oh.
Mark from The Room.
Oh.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. Oh, yeah. Greg Sestero.
Mm-hmm.
Guess he did have a career before The Room.
I don't know what's... well, actually, so far I think The Room's a better movie than this. It's more entertaining.
Without a doubt. I mean, okay, look. No matter how bad The Room may be, it's nowhere near as despicable as this movie is.
Yeah.
Snarky. Now, I'm not too adept with Patch Adams, but I forget. Was him, meeting some supposedly smart guy gone mad in the asylum he was put into because of...
I actually haven't read completely the real story or anything, but I don't know. Again, considering all these movies exaggerating a lot of things, not sure what to take.
Admittedly, the whole Adams being checked into an asylum for being actively suicidal. Well,
yeah, I'm kind of believe that's true.
Also, this score, Jesus Christ, this is so sappy.
Pedro, we're in a... Pedro,
should
I get out the Robin Williams moral guide?
Oh, here's the supposed moral. Yeah.
That's right, Dwibs. Don't focus on the problem. Just focus on the solution. So, Dwibs, I have a problem.
Imagine how a little puzzle would work like that.
Hey, Dwibs. Dwibs?
Yeah?
Oh, Dwibs, I have a problem. Think of the solution.
Okay, I see a banana.
Huh. A banana may actually be able to complete my sundae. Okay, I'm thinking of another problem. What's the solution to that?
Okay. I think you should buy a copy of Season 1 of House.
Wow, that's exactly what'll be a great gift for my dad. Okay, I've got one last big problem. What's the solution to it?
Go and dance in the sea.
But then I'll drown if I do that.
That's because you don't believe enough in the solution.
You don't believe enough in the solution. Go ahead, go do it. Believe in it.
But okay, fine.
Anyway, basically,
you didn't believe enough in the solution, and that's why you're drowning.
Yeah, the supposed moral this movie is trying to tell us is that appearances are not what they seem, and you should supposedly look, behind that, I guess. The problem is the way they're presenting that is in such a simplistic and stupid way, and so pretentious.
I mean, seriously, a moral saying that you literally shouldn't focus on the problem as opposed to the solution. Here's a better way to word it. How about don't get dragged down by the problem and search constantly for the solution? Yeah.
And there's another one, because, this movie loves to do that one after one.
So, apparently...
Again, the score.
The score is so forcibly whimsical.
I don't know if Mark. I don't know if Mark Scheinman was doing this by himself or whether it was Tom Shadjack. That's overly whimsical.
That's the sad thing. Yeah, I mean, Mark Scheinman is a great composer, as he's shown in other movies. But damn, is this...
Oh, hey, you're gonna love where they go with this scene. It's incredibly stupid. So yes, here's what you do, folks. Whenever you have an insane patient, what you just do is cheer them up, and that makes them better.
Not even that, Jovah. I mean, the idea behind it is okay, actually not focusing on the bad stuff and try to, have the patient, being happy while not acting like a psychopath. However, the problem is the way this movie is doing is getting to the doctor, or basically the helper, to get down on the level of insanity of a patient just to interact with it. That's not how empathy works.
Mm-hmm.
Got that right.
Like, you do stuff even in patients that are not exactly sane, like simple stuff like playing cards or making them color drawings and stuff like that.
Okay, I'm gonna be wondering one thing throughout this entire movie.
What?
What about it costs $90 million?
Music, I guess.
Yeah, probably music, and Philip Seymour Hoffman.
Yeah.
And Monica. Oh, what the heck? The entire cast!
What is it with Philip Seymour Hoffman being in, for the most part, shitty or at best mediocre movies? I mean, okay, he was the best.
Excuse me, Dwibs. He was in some very fine classics, thank you very much.
Honestly, I think he was the best part about Mission Impossible 3.
Oh, you're leaving. That's nice, of an asylum that's supposedly so evil. Seriously. Look, if you wanted to portray asylums as evil, just go the One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest route, where you can't practically leave. Oh. But he looked at you during the session. You're going to be terrible.
Movie.
Yeah. Clearly, what this movie—that's the message of this movie. The message the movie tries to convey you is fuck authorities, not just in general. I mean, in general of medical school. Apparently, Patch doesn't really care about medical authorities in general at all. Just because he thinks they're a bunch of assholes with what's the name? With sunglasses. But that supposedly cannot see the true colors of patients. Fuck you, movie.
Mm-hmm. Not only that, but
so yeah, instead of actually signing for psychology, he wants to become a regular doctor.
Actually, apparently,
admittedly, you actually do have to take a medical course before getting to psychology. Yeah, it's actually.
So you mean you have to do the general course and then specialization?
Mm-hmm. Yep. Even to the point where you have to
more often as Patch's roommate.
You know, I'm not even going to tell you how his character arc goes because anyone who can't see from the very get-go...
It's a literal 90s university cliche fest that we drove up for this character. Yeah. Like, it literally spells from the very first second. I'm snooty and knobby. My haircut compels me so.
Please do. Yep. Huh. Oh boy, this guy.
So, you know, okay. Since...
Oh wait, no. Actually, let him hear this speech.
Sure, okay.
Fuck you.
You're hearing this right, audience. The doctor here is suggesting that doctors are above the usual human beings.
All this doctor needs is
basically,
he can actually pull off a pretty good Adolf Hitler performance.
That's my point. Since on one hand, this movie has, on one end of the spectrum, has Patch Adams, this supposedly good guy that sees the people for what we really are and how we're supposed to be treated. Of course, we must have an antagonizing person at the other end of the spectrum who acts like fucking Hitler.
I mean, okay. Maybe doctors may have acted like this at some point. You know, in the 1800s.
I guess in the Middle Ages even, but come on, in the 19th centuries after World War II, are you seriously going to tell me that doctors were that kind of Nazis? I mean, all of them. Every single one. That was the main supposed creed that everyone was imprinting in their minds. Honestly, no, because you know what? Being kind to the other is not a thing that you learn in a book, really.
And now we've got a 1990s female cliche because we're past the point of rescuing them all the time. So now we have to go the other extreme and have them be stone cold stern. Serious.
Basically, think of Wonder Woman in the All-Star Batman and Robin comic.
No, not quite as insane. In fact,
Jovah, the behavior is identical, honestly.
Oh, that bit. Yep. Okay, good point.
Also, you can tell this guy is a doofus because he has glasses.
Okay. Is Patch Adams seriously complaining about the fact that they're not even going to see a patient for a few years? Dude, it's medical school. There's a reason it takes years to complete. You're literally holding someone's life in the palm of your own hands.
Yeah, first theory, then practicality.
I mean, yeah, it may be a long, arduous process, but I think the fact that you could decide whether a person lives or dies warrants it.
I mean, it's even perfectly logical in terms of the nature itself on how you do things. First you learn them on a book, and then you apply them on practical. And the fact is, you're doing a university class, which means it will take some year in order to finish. Of course, everything will take some time. But no, Patch has this mentality of doing everything at the same moment, because...
Oh, goody, this bit. Hey, Dwibs, get a load of this experiment.
Yeah.
Jovah, since your TV channels are full of programs like this, on which program this experiment could be associated the most?
There's the History Channel, which loves to look into this sort of stuff. There's the occasional news channel. However, as for a channel dedicated to wacky experiments,
how is this a victory? I don't get it.
Because he wants to see us smile.
You see, Dwibs, apparently he shocked her at first, but then eventually she laughs and giggles because it was a delayed reaction. It's like if I all of a sudden came up and shocked you, and then you would actually laugh at it. Don't you see, Dwibs? It's bonding.
Yeah.
Patch Adams, Harley Quinzel tried doing that, and she turned out just fine.
Yeah. Oh. Okay, this is one of the things, but it's clearly not taken from how actually things happen in real life, because you can see that from a mile. Okay.
Nice to meet you. Ugh.
The entire meaning of this scene will be revealed at the very end, and believe me, it's disappointing as it may sound. Yes, that's totally how people behave like this when, you know.
All right, I've got a question. How did Tom Shadyac and Steve Oderkirk become so incompetent so quickly?
I know.
Again, you're trying to portray real.
I think the main problem is I think the main problem is that their strong points is comedy, and now they're trying to make a serious movie.
Yeah, but here's the thing: they're trying to portray a real life story, and you have this thing which is clear with so many stereotypical people and stupid situations. Oh.
Ha! By the way, this movie is suggesting that Patch Adams, well, I'll let you see what happens. Hey, Dwibs, what do we call this in a movie?
Padding.
There you go.
Let me guess, this bit's completely pointless.
Mm-hmm.
There is a meaning. However, the thing is at the very end of this scene, particular, and as I say, it's completely pointless. There you go. He sneaks at this convention. He does all this shit so he can get a white chemise, so he can disguise himself as a training doctor.
Couldn't you just bought one from a shop or something?
It's like in Nightmare Retribution, where the protagonist does a lot of complicated stuff just to break electric fence. Jesus Christ.
Although, here's the thing, Dwibs. It's not just, that. It's that he's actually using this event so that he can masquerade as a doctor of that level course. Mind you, he is skipping over at least 2 years of training.
Yeah.
But how come... Wait, didn't he have a logo of the meat factory on there? How did he get rid of it?
Not even just that, Dweebs. The problem is he should be registered in the course, so any professor or doctors will immediately spot on that something's wrong. But no, we have to go on with this movie because whimsical and comedy shit.
And now here's quite possibly one of the biggest issues with this movie. It uses the term semi-biography to practically crap on the good name of Patch Adams. Thing number one, Patch Adams never...
her name? This is most unorthodox.
Oh, goody, the topic of bedside manner. Because that totally didn't exist before Patch Adams. Are you freaking serious?
As I mentioned, kindness to another living being is a quality of a doctor, and I think you do not learn on a medical book.
Okay. See,
this movie is trying to portray medical care as
you know what this is, Dwips?
What?
This. Could you imagine these writers trying to write House?
Oh.
Well, it depends.
Question, Theo. Are you familiar with Dr. House?
Enough to know the premise of it.
Basically, Dr. House is, of course, a doctor who's kind of an asshole, and he's a drug addict.
Actually, no. Steve Oderkirk would be perfect for that. Then
the thing about him is that he's an antisocial. So he doesn't unless he absolutely has to. He never sees his patients. He has his team do it for him. He likes to diagnose them. Like, he sees patients as a puzzle. Like he's a doctor of diagnostic medicine. Basically, he figures out the diseases that other doctors can figure out. Basically, And the big difference is that in that show it's portrayed a lot more properly than the asshole doctors in this one, because
actually, Pedro, considering I think Steve Odekirk would be perfect to write an episode of House.
And here's another weird thing. For some reason, the nurses are siding with Patch on pretty much anything that will happen in this movie. Instead of, doing their fucking job and reporting for his weird behavior.
Well, enjoy the deaths of innocent patients at the hands of an inexperienced... Oh! Yeah,
boy,
I would totally work at a hospital of all places.
I'm so not ready for this.
Okay, guys.
This
is it.
Oh boy.
You've
the
all
main
probably
selling point for the movie.
Yeah, I think I know what's coming now. How is my mic quality, by the way?
I hear
fine
you
enough.
loud and clear.
Yeah,
I mean, you are going a bit... Depends if you have it, like, right at your
wait,
lips.
it's going like Captain Scarlet. Bum, 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 bum.
Kind of. Not like the pump is accompanying your voice. Okay, Dwibs. Let's see if this scene can convince you of anything. Well, anything good.
I'm guessing no.
I wish I fell asleep for this shit.
Patch, that's important medical tools, stuff to help people get stuff out of their nose or breathe, and you just cut it up into a nose. Bravo.
Okay.
Also, go on.
Okay, aside from what he used to do the whole nose thing, this kind of... Okay, just doing like a little red rubber nose thing is fine. A little.
Yeah, although isn't that kind of more the job of, a clown than a trained doctor profession? Well, okay,
yeah,
okay.
Just be a clown then.
To be fair, Patch Adams is also a clown. In fact, Patch Adams is quite the jack of all trades. He's a physician, he's a comedian, he's a clown, he helps cheer people up. Here's the thing, though. This is the last thing you should be... Okay, not the last thing you should be doing, but you should be more in full costume. You can't just go... Okay. Even if so...
Not even just that. There's a reason why they had to separate doctors from, clowns and people who cheer up the patients and stuff like that.
With his behavior at the moment, you'd think he was from a mental ward.
Yep.
Not only that, but here's the thing, though. If you want to, create a sense of trust between you and your patient, if you're going to be a doctor and a clown, you should know that they either have a full understanding or disguise yourself as the clown. Because if you're a patient, would you really trust your doctor if they occasionally just clown around like that? So even if they have a procedure to you, I mean, okay, even if you have good intentions... You don't let the patient panic even more. Oh, yeah, and speaking of which, better hope none of those kids have, heart problems or can't get excited too well.
Honestly, Jovah, considering their appearance, I'm guessing it is in oncology. So
yeah, as you can see, this guy's basically the anti-House. Whereas House is too much of an is too much of an antisocial. This guy is the other extreme.
Yeah.
And the difference is that House actually acknowledges that as a flaw. Also, I'm pretty sure one of those kids has cancer, the bald girl.
Yeah, that's one of my main oncology, the section dedicated to people affected tumors.
Now you'd think this would get him kicked out.
Can this room even be more stereotypical? I mean, seriously. It's like I'm watching Animal House for fucking out loud.
Well, at least he doesn't have an ego over the fireplace, so I guess that helps.
I mean, the only thing it's missing is the organ, like Chief Gant's room.
Hell, I'd actually give Chief...
Yeah.
Hell, I'd actually give Chief Gant credit. While sure he may not have been the most subtle of villains, at least he didn't go outright saying, oh, you're just a human being, well, I am a god amongst you. At least he acted friendly before he got outed as the culprit. This doctor, on the other hand... Okay, I'm surprised he hasn't been looked into. Anywho, he does have a point.
In case you haven't noticed, I am the bad guy.
Yeah, because, you know, again,
hang on. Isn't a certain bit coming up in this scene that the Nostalgia Critic used against this movie's logic?
Let's just say he saved a bit from this movie.
It's stupid foreshadowing.
Yeah. Let's not spoil the audience, because I'm pretty sure there's some people who haven't seen this movie yet. For good reason.
What page was I on?
1432?
No, Jovah, I was referencing The Happening. In fact, that's another movie I'll bring up. Yes, The Happening was a better movie than this. For as terrible as it and stupid as its science was.
Hang on.
Oh, snap! She just pretty much captured Patch Adams' entire character in this movie.
Yeah.
Why aren't these other people the protagonists of the movie?
Because they're not funny and whimsical like Robin Williams is.
Well, like I said, Patch Adams, how about you ask your good old companion, Dr. Harleen Quinzel, and see how she's doing?
Oh yeah, the whole Patch Adams love interest thing. That's gonna be something
Another topic. There will be time for that too, dweebs.
You know, in fact, come to think of it, the whole tale of Harleen Quinzel is actually kind of a social commentary on what exactly can go wrong if you get too emotionally invested in a single patient. Oh, yes, homosexuals. Granted, surprisingly, they don't do the whole stereotype with them here.
Mm-hmm. Well, I guess at the time, remember also, Jovah, at the time it was still treated as a mental illness.
Well, some '90s films at least were, being.
No, but I mean the setting this movie is supposedly based on.
Oh, well, I'm guessing that's.
Excuse me, you sperm bank.
Please don't bring up that line. I hate that line.
90s stereotype women are very uptight and very
And of course, Patch is not taking the thing seriously at all.
What line were you saying earlier?
It's a thing from Wonder Woman.
Oh, okay.
Oh, montage.
Cheer up, kid. Okay, look, that's not necessarily a bad thing, but Patch, you'll have to choose between and yeah. Here's the thing. Now he's trying to do it for the students who are not sick and not ill.
So he's just annoying them.
Yeah.
Hello? Movie? Proper motivation? Look, I can get him wanting to cheer up the patients, but doing this and no.
How is this funny?
How is he not spelled?
I don't know. I honestly don't know, Dwebs.
Yes! Ha ha ha! I'm messing with your health equipment.
Now, next thing I'm gonna do is to play Pong.
Postman Pat, is that you?
These gestures also. Also, yeah, again, keep in mind, the nurses and the parents of the patients are okay with him doing this, instead of, reporting him to the doctors.
Makes sense.
And here's another thing. The head of this university, who, should know about this, is somehow letting this continue. It's like...
Again, I mean, in-universe works, but that's because the doctors are complete dicks, and it's not realistic at all. And you think, okay, it shouldn't be realistic because it's a movie, it's supposed to be... But no, it's based on a real story, so that's not completely wrong.
Remember, they use
and there's another point. Apparently, Patch is such a fucking Mary Sue that he got the best testing results in the test.
Of course.
How? We didn't even see him study.
Well, Dwibs, the movie's also about to call him out on that, too.
Oh yeah, okay. You know one movie, one little thing. From what I saw, what one special did stuff related to medical things better than this?
Grey's Anatomy?
No. It was one of them Charlie Brown shorts.
And that's sad because Grey's Anatomy is it's basically a soap opera. Just explicit in a hospital.
Basically, have you guys watched that Charlie Brown short with that girl who had cancer?
Yes, I have.
Oh, I didn't know they did a special of that. Or have I seen that? No, I don't think I have.
You might watch that at some point.
Yeah.
In fact, I kind of wish we were watching that instead.
And again, the score. So inappropriate.
But don't you see, Teo? This is
inappropriately whimsical.
But don't you see, Teo? Robin here is the pure, kind soul that is showing the way for these poor, misguided people.
Yes.
How involved was he in this? I mean, and I know he was the main actor, but I want to know, how involved was Robin Williams in this? Because even he at some point must have known that this was kind of shitting on Patch Adams.
He did indeed other bad movies, honestly.
The problem, Joe, is that his movie choices were shit. That's basically the gist of it.
Oh, I know that Robin Williams has done bad movies, but he's never really done any that give me the sense that he's doing them with bad intentions. I mean, Robin Williams is one of those heartfelt actors that I do feel like he's honestly always giving it his all, no matter what the scenario. What I want to know is how much he knew what a monstrosity this movie was, because his acting isn't even really that bad in this movie, and
now, ladies and gentlemen, a prequel to The Good Dinosaur.
A better movie.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like, this is a case...
That movie's actually alright, I don't care what anyone says.
Mm-hmm. It is alright, it's just that it's kind of something that didn't really need to exist because we've seen that story a million times.
Honestly, I felt it was a unique enough take on it, and heck, I mean, just because the story's been told a million times doesn't mean it can't still be entertaining, portrayed in a different light.
Fuck me.
Yeah.
Isn't this...
Hey!
They're resting for a reason,
These are seniors! They can have a heart attack even easier than the little kids. Also, some of those other patients in the other room were resting. Guess that's not important.
Nope. Don't you know, Jovah? Laughter is the best medicine, so fucking laugh, goddammit.
I dare say, this is the kind of movie that would make me actually prefer Nurse freaking Ratched over the supposed protagonist.
I would have called that Dr. Spitch Spasms guy from the Nostalgia Critic review, but he's dead, so, yeah. And I'm not bringing him back to life.
I know this is off topic, but I'll be real quick. Jovah, Marco Red LC just agreed to be with us on the A3.
Excellent, yes.
Moving on.
Type me.
So now we're going to listen to what these old people want to wish for. Consider this a Chekhov's gun, Dwibs.
Okay.
Whoever's typing...
Me.
Oh. You may want to try to do it a bit more quietly. Oh, wait, listen.
Okay.
You know what? Okay.
Hold on, let her finish.
just...
Okay. Let her rip, guys. Oh, nothing else? Well, then I'll bring it up then. But you heard right, folks. That lady would like to swim in a pool of noodles.
I just...
You know what?
What?
I'd rather be treated by Dr. House, because even though he's an asshole, he at least knows what he's doing.
And he does have a method to his... Okay, Patch also has a method to his madness, but the doctor from House's methods seem to be a lot more better planned and actually more with a better success rate. In
Because he
fact...
actually gives a shit about what he's doing.
Oh, speaking of success rates, wait till you see just how much Patch Adams screws up in this movie. It's like, okay, it's one thing that they portrayed, the other side is the bad guys, but this movie kind of goes out of its way to make Patch Adams look like a horrible screw-up.
I wasn't I supposed to be a try-hard, steady person?
No, Dweebs. Now we have to throw characterization away, don't you know? Don't you know these movies work, goddammit? Come on.
Don't you see, Dwibs? She's hiding a deep, dark secret behind that cold facade. But don't
what
worry.
A nice person. What?
Which one?
Need Batch.
No one. I mean, none of these characters. It's almost as in Dead Poets Society. None of his characters is unlikable because everyone thinks he's doing the right thing while everyone is doing the wrong thing.
I mean, at least with Dead Poets Society, that is sort of...
Oh boy, I hate this one too.
At least with Dead Poets Society, while that is another mixed issue, that one at least handled it in the way that, okay, both sides sort of have their points, although you could definitely see that being the case because those sort of schools could be unbelievably strict and, well, all against diversity. Okay, Dwibs, ready for a serious scene?
Yes, because we're finally seeing something that can stop this almighty force of Patch.
Reminder, he is still going under the masquerade, so he shouldn't even be here.
Yeah.
Yep.
And he's the one who's going to... Well, no, I'll just let you see for yourself. Thank you! It's a shame we're apparently not supposed to agree with him.
What did he say?
Go fuck yourself in the ass.
Basically said, okay, look, if you want to make yourself feel better, then don't make me suffer for it. Now piss off.
Yeah, it's sad when I'm actually... it's sad that this movie's so bad that I could actually do some David Cage right now, because at least I could laugh.
Yeah.
Like I said, I mean, this movie is bad, there's no denying that, but what really makes this movie terrible is how despicable it is we're trying to portray the story of Patch Adams.
Jesus
okay,
Christ.
How are you not expelled now? He clearly sees you in a field where you shouldn't even be.
Yeah.
You do know that too much laughter can also kill a person. That's why tickling is sometimes a torture. Don't you also know, Doctor? Yeah, look, you can throw all the science you want at me. My mom's a doctor. I know quite a bit of this stuff. But you're also not paying mind to the fact that sometimes too much laughter is a bad thing.
Not just that, it's how you approach the subject of laughter.
My God, we haven't even gotten to the 1 hour mark. Jesus Christ, this movie's so terrible that I swear to you, I swear.
He just said, actually, go join the circus if you want to be funny.
Yeah, I agree. I swear to you guys, this movie's going on for. I'm finding this movie so terrible that I could have swore we were already at least 1 hour over, but not yet quite.
Wow. Nostalgia Critic cut out a lot of fat when reviewing this movie.
I know.
Yeah.
Well, I guess at the very least we're not bored.
Well,
we're just enraged.
Well, the thing is, if the critic covered every single plot point, every single one of his reviews would be like 1 hour long, and that's not really efficient.
Yeah, exactly.
Excuse me, I gotta get another cam.
Oh god, Dwibs, please wait. I wonder if Dwibs is taking.
You know what?
A sip
Dwibs has the right
sometimes.
idea. I need to get a beer. Be right back.
All right.
I thought they drank wine in Italy.
Well, yes, but there are other drinks that aren't drunk in Italy.
It's a joke. Oh yeah, here's the thing. Turns out Philip, or well, whatever his character's name, reported that Patch supposedly cheated.
Yeah.
Now, while there's technically no proof, he could have cheated very much since we've never seen you study. Yeah, he studied his work. You snuck in.
Don't worry, we don't either. Thank you. Are you sure? Are you sure Patch is supposed to be the hero? Because every other character is more likable than him.
Tell me about it. So, Dwibs, are you like taking a shot every time something stupid happens?
Jovah, that means I'll be drinking the entire movie.
So you were kind of like how you did in Chappie.
Alright. Oh, be seen.
No, actually, Phil, you're fine.
Yeah. I will want you as my doctor any day.
I know! I mean, sign me up for you over Patch! That was actually a great speech, and it's supposedly coming from the opposition. Just make sure you don't get too drunk, Dwibs, because trust me, you're gonna need all your strength for this movie. You know, that's another thing about this movie. There are very few movies that have speeches this dramatic and so heart-bearing, and yet the ones that really hit home are supposedly not supposed to be the moral. In fact, they're supposed to be what you shouldn't do. Like, seriously, this speech about the girl talking about how Patch is a goofball. This speech about this guy saying that, hey, I may be a prick, but I'm really studying to be a doctor, you're failing. Heck, even the speech from the supposed villain talking about how he shouldn't even be here. Join a circus. All those speeches would be great if, we were supposed to be rooting for them. Patch.
And that's fine. Here's the major problem of this movie. The problem that on paper most of the stuff that they're saying it's true and it's correct. The problem is that everything, execution, method of using, the characters we're using, the setting, everything, the rest of it, everything is fucking wrong and insulting.
Yeah. It's like Pedro, what's one of your most favorite movies?
2001: A Space Odyssey.
Okay. Now imagine if, at its core, they had, the idea that made 2001: A Space Odyssey so amazing. They had that one great idea, the thing that holds up the entire movie.
What the flying hell?
Okay. I don't think.
Yeah.
Okay,
because
this wasn't
okay.
in the
How
critics review.
about this, Joe? Just to switch the matter to a movie that we've all seen. Go ahead and pick Clockwork Orange. That's my second favorite Kubrick movie.
I don't remember this in the Nostalgia Critics review.
Okay. Well, actually, on that point, I mean, yeah. Clockwork Orange. It's like, okay, imagine if you had the basic idea of good versus evil, and then you had that amazing idea. It's mentioned in the middle of the film, and yet everything else around it is a terrible executed mess.
Yep.
Also, yes, this is how you.
The score is telling you that you're supposed to feel heartwarmed here.
Hey, Dwibs, tell me, if you were a patient on your deathbed, would you be comforted by the sight of somebody showing up as a literal angel right before you?
No. Honestly, I'm surprised Nostalgia Critic didn't use this scene in his review. It would make good material out of this.
Again, his review was already like 29 minutes long or something, so we kind of...
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I have to agree with Pedro. There's so much stupid in this movie that, well, to sum it up in a review, and okay, how are you not getting caught at this point?
Oh
yes.
my god.
Oh my
and
god.
again,
Did
the
he,
nurse is, and
did
the
he
nurse
really
is on
just
the
say
inside.
that? Really?
Oh god. Oh wait, no. I guess this isn't the part. Never mind.
Wait, this is how stupid.
Wait. Pedro, is this the part where he,
Yeah.
Okay, watch this, Dwibs.
This is how stupid Steve Odenkirk can get at times.
Mm-hmm.
You think that's stupid?
That's
okay,
that's the sad part, because I'm a huge fan of Ace Ventura, and I know you don't like it, but me and Theo really like Kung Pao. So my point is, Steve is at worst a talented comedian. Notice how I said talented. That doesn't mean that it's always good.
Really? Patch Adams?
Yes. Okay,
I don't get this.
You know how this doctor's been practically Patch Adams' mortal enemy? Well, guess what? He chose Patch Adams to host the founding for the big seminar where all the big heads of the establishment...
gynecology, by the way.
So yeah, he put Patch Adams in charge of all that.
That's not going to go wrong at all.
I guess the idea behind it is he thinks he's an idiot and cannot do anything in time, so he wants to ridiculize him. But dude, that's a huge gambit. You don't want to do... That's like giving dynamite to a caveman.
Yeah. Not only that, but even if that were his plan, though, couldn't you ever suggest that, maybe Adams could even screw things up even worse? I mean, seriously. And it's not only that, but in most ways, it kind of goes against his character. This is a guy who's been shown to pretty much borderline hate Adams, and yet he puts him in charge of what could be the biggest event involving this university.
The logic here is astounding.
Yeah.
Alright. Generic logo. Major mainline tours.
Oh, the irony.
This is a PG movie.
What the hell?
I'm sorry, but you want to expose kids to this viscerally. I'm gay, you
Who have
idiot.
touched so many women? What?
Gynecologist, Pedro.
Oh, okay. It's just that, coming from this guy,
Why
the
is
evil establishment is not fond of Patch Adams.
Wibbs, what are your thoughts on this?
Isn't this supposed to be a serious convention of doctors?
Yeah,
yes.
Not even that. He's ridiculizing anything these doctors are supposed to be, for the sake of comedy.
Let me watch this scene.
What? Just now? What? You didn't want to keep him around to maybe host the next homecoming event?
Thank you.
That wasn't asking. That was forcing. Yes, I know Nostalgia Critics said it, but he said it best. That was forcing humor on someone. You don't get to do
Comedy
that.
101.
No, Doctor, what you should be saying is that... there are so many lines...
You see what this movie is trying to do? He's trying to put black and white in an area that's so gray you cannot separate it all.
You know what I love? You know what I love? The fact that the doctor says the main reason he wants to get rid of him is because he wants them to get down on the level. Doc, how about you mention the fact that he's, just been screwing with his studies? I mean, seriously, that would be the bigger reason. I mean, literally. They never even mention all his other scripts. It's just, oh, you want us to get on down to the level. I mean, that's the kind of stuff I would actually get a head fired if found out about. I mean, for them having different beliefs. I mean, but, oh, by the way, Dweebs, you know how he's been expelled?
Let me guess, I know this, but he actually reverses it.
Yeah. I don't
in
get
literally
this.
a few seconds.
Because
so that whole expulsion scene was
higher authority over the main doctor who
so
readmits it because
so the whole expulsion scene was pointless.
Oh, we'll take a listen to this scene, Dwibs. So in that case, he should be out of here.
not.
Thank you.
Really?
Whoop-de-doo! So make him a clown, not a doctor-patient!
Or not even that. Again, ask a conference about it. Do research, study on this shit, Analyze the fucking thing. Not even just let it continue casually. Just...
So the reason this...
No, you are in here, so...
So, yeah, basically, the head said that, okay, normally he wouldn't take the word of, one of his greatest underlings, ergo the evil doctor head, over that of a student, but because he had some source, mind you, that told him, he didn't mention showing him, just that he was told that his methods had supposedly been improving the quality of a patient's life. And look, okay, improving quality of a patient's life, that's good and all, but... Isn't the doctor's first and most main job to, see to it that they survive? Oh yeah, also birthday party.
Yeah.
No way.
Because nothing screams happy birthday like filling your entire house with balloons. Oh, and reading poetry. Wrong movie, Williams.
Does this tactic ever work with girls?
No. Believe me.
It only works if you already know them extremely well, and if you're doing it more as a joke, not for serious. Well, stop laughing!
Or Philip Seymour Hoffman. Oh, my leg!
We're not just gonna leave the guy there, right?
Yes, we are.
No. So funny.
The guy threw out his ankle.
Funny. Okay, audience, I'm going to...
Mark we are in. Oh my god, it's only halfway.
Okay, audience.
No, we're only halfway through this piece of shit.
I am going to be
This
making...
goes on forever.
I'm going to be making the thumbnail of this movie while the movie's still going on.
Well, don't worry, it's not like you're missing anything right now.
Don't worry, the movie's still on, so I can concentrate on both.
So, making a thumbnail, eh?
Mm-hmm. I'll post it through when it's done, which hopefully shouldn't take long.
If you want, you can also make the base picture and give it to me if you want me to put the avatars in and edit them in a certain way.
Think of this as like a rough work. If you want to do something, I will post. Also,
hold on, guys. We're getting the backstory.
Oh, here we go.
Ugh.
I think so, at least.
Part of it. Anyway, it's crucial. Basically, she's had a rough life with little people ever caring for her. And she's given him her first kiss.
Like I care.
Oh, lovely.
Oh, trust
Not
me,
really.
dude. The movie expects you to care about this. Oh, it does.
I don't.
Me neither.
Me neither, but that's what the film's trying.
It's not even a case where I say points for trying.
Jesus Christ.
And he's still doing this. It's like, I mean, at this point, does he just like have a Oh wait, no, he has to sneak in again. Okay, whose background is that?
What background?
What?
Oh, never mind. That
boy.
was the movie.
We're about
Okay,
to get-
Gibbs. Remember that character who, pointed out at first that Pat sucks, but now seems to like him?
Yeah, he's gonna die now, ain't he?
Yeah, and now, yes. Let's have a person not enjoy his last moment with his actual family, but with a complete stranger.
Yes.
You know.
Who's not even wearing the lab coat?
I mean, honestly, if they built up more the relationship between Patch and this character, and they showed progressively, but on a strong way, of them becoming friends, I would understand to some degree the idea of spending at least part of his last time. But to make the entire family go away, and considering how the movie handled the relationship we see with these two characters so far, again, this movie is doing such disgusting things. In way to portraying how medical care and relationship between medics, nurses, and parents and patients are.
I mean, seriously, movie, you want to talk about bedside manner? How about letting the family...
That's how the patient dies. No, sorry, guys, that's not gonna happen. I've seen patient dying under my eyes so many times. No. Just no.
The way he dies even is pretty badly done.
This movie is offensive to all the people I've seen dying under my fucking eyes. Just...
Okay. The way this guy dies reminds me of how Talia Al Ghul died in Dark Knight Rises.
At least she actually looked dead. This guy is just...
And that was supposed to be based on a fucking comic book, not real life.
Yeah. And this is supposed to be a charming scene, mind you. I mean, look, what in any sense is charming about a family not getting to be with a loved one in their last dying moments? That's horrible!
Yeah.
You know the whole thing about people having regrets that they weren't with their loved ones right before they died? This is the kind of situation! And you're generating that! And you want to supposedly improve the quality of life? Gee, nice job improving the quality of that family's life, you dickhead! Whew, this movie really does piss me off. I mean, it's not just being related to a doctor, but, this insults me as a human being. Oh, yes, and now here's another plot point. Healthcare! Dwibs?
Yeah?
We're introducing another new plot point. Healthcare.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah, right after the patient died.
We're halfway through the movie, and we're just introducing a new plot point.
Now, to be fair, Patch Adams is also about providing free healthcare. Although, poor guy, he doesn't really have that much influence. I mean, he has quite a bit, but not that big a spread. And this is another thing this touches on. I give him points for trying to touch on that. However, it's going to be negative for how he gets it started.
The state is evil.
Oh, that'll be a nice start.
Jesus Christ.
Okay, and to be perfectly fair, I know this personally, the healthcare in America has always been really shitty.
Up until
Obama.
After this, we both have to watch a House episode to heal ourselves medically.
Yeah.
Are you sure that won't be at least 5 episodes?
One's enough.
To heal yourself? Oh, must be a pretty good show.
It is. It's actually... It's my second favorite TV show of all time, with Seinfeld being first.
Seinfeld is awesome.
Okay, Jovah, can you see my thumbnail picture idea now?
Yeah. Let's see. Sure, I guess that could work for something. I mean, if you don't want anything special, sure.
All I really ask is to make it, just make it bigger, so it'll fit on all the screen. Because the problem with my thumbnails is that they don't quite get all over the screen.
Yeah, that is one downfall. Don't worry, though. Even if I can't make your original thing big, I can still translate the idea using backgrounder.
Sure, do that.
I'll just get that photo. A free hospital? Well, okay. Healthcare is always
again, good idea on paper, but the way you have to realize these things is more complicated.
Yeah, I mean, look, free healthcare, that would be great to have. But sadly, that just can't be because of how the economy works.
One of the best healthcare systems in the entire world was in my country, and even then has his shitload of problems like bureaucracy.
Well, healthcare is mostly free around here in the UK.
Mostly, it's not completely free,
even
though.
Mostly, again, it's almost completely here in my country. The problem is, it has even its problem, like bureaucracy, because obviously he has to be financed by the state, so that means a shit ton of papers to work around.
Wait. Yeah. See, here's the thing, Dwibs.
Guys, are you saying that this movie is unrealistic?
Dwibs, we went beyond that point at the... Dwibs, we went beyond that point at the 20-minute mark, you do know. Oh, wait, guys, backstory.
Okay, serious.
Yeah, it sounded romantic when M. Night Shyamalan tried to do it, honey, but it didn't go so well.
Okay,
Oh my god, she just pointed out, people can get hurt when you do stupid stuff as a doctor. Gee, I'd have never imagined that.
Okay, knowing what I know after watching the Nostalgia Critics review, and seeing as though this movie's handling of this moment can get this reaction out of me anyway, I'm going to do the following.
James, how much have you drunk?
Oh, trust me, too. Listen to our chappy commentary. It's glorious. Drunk Dwibs is glorious.
That part was literally called Dwibs Joins the Drunk Side, as it was episode 3.
Like I said, too, that's one of the big regrets I have with...
this part, I think. It's the stupid freaking part. Unless I'm mistaken.
I don't remember this in the NC. Again, no. Time.
Oh, hi, John Woo XP.
John Woo XP.
Oh, look, this doctor has a secret side to him. He truly agrees with Patch, but he just has to act cold because the establishment forces him.
Which is really stupid, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the flame will fade and only dark will remain.
Actually, that doctor just made a good point. The fact of the matter is that the system will never be perfect. We have to work with it sometimes. Now, okay, that can be stupid in some degrees, but that is kind of how life treats healthcare a lot these days. I mean, okay, even a healthcare system that is supposedly free, yes, I said supposedly free, there's always going to be a catch to it. I mean, look, I myself would love free healthcare, but is there ever really such a thing as
okay, movie? I know you're trying to help me take this I know you're trying to take this seriously, but you had a scene where you had a woman whose biggest dream is swimming in fucking noodles.
Also, reminder that this guy has clearly been outed as a fake doctor, and yet he's still allowed to walk around in a doctor's coat.
Are you sure this isn't a comedy?
Actually, Dwibs, a part of it is a comedy in the genre. A semi-biographical comedy drama film.
Really?
Well, it sounds like he's having a good time.
Too bad I am not.
We need you sober so you can now point out what's wrong here.
I don't care. I don't give a fuck at this point.
So, Dwibs, you're not gonna at least go the South African route, are you?
No. I didn't drink South African cider. I drank English cider.
Jesus Christ, we're still at 1 hour 11 minutes. This movie goes on for eternity.
Where's the bit where he steals from a hospital?
Incoming, babes.
This is still going.
Dwebs, how sober are you, by the way?
Are you, Jovah, are you seriously asking that question?
My face is numb. You can draw your own conclusions from there.
Ah, boy. Well, try to refrain from drinking anymore until the end.
That's okay. I haven't got any more cans left.
You said that before in Chappie, and you procured...
No. I'm serious. I don't have any more left.
Sad because, like I said, you're a very fun drunk.
Oh, look, it's this guy.
Is that the guy who was insane earlier?
Yeah. And since he was rich, because, he was a professor or a genius or whatever, he's financing the whole project.
That's actually rather nice. There's just one problem. The movie hasn't established it, but I'll let you see for yourself.
Also, nice green screen.
We've got a lot of work to do here.
So, montage?
I'll say, if there's one thing, I don't think Tom Shadjack's really been good at effects.
Effects?
It can be. It's just that in this particular one, there's just something wrong.
I don't really think they've had to use effects here yet. Ha! Groucho Marx.
I'm just stereotypical Chinese immigrant.
Okay. Are you supposed to have a license to do this?
Yeah, that's the one problem. He doesn't have a license! I mean,
none of them has one.
And, okay, here's another thing. Patch Adams clearly went on record to say that he very well got his license. In fact, his whole philosophy stuff, he never really tried to push on too much during his studies. And yet they're portraying him here as a guy who will give people healthcare without a license.
Ha 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 ha.
That's kind of what you expect, a mad scientist to be. The kind that deals drugs or does back alley experiments because they've lost their license. Gesundheit. That's actually the name of his institute.
Oh, boy.
Movie, I think you have a psychiatric disorder confused with actual pain. I mean, I'm pretty sure this institute is mainly...
And now conveniently, she's the only one who can handle him, this new guy.
Of course. Well, now he's bringing up his Popeye voice or whatever.
On the one hand, I kind of trust her better than Patch Adams to deal with the guy. Only because she's more of a professional.
Jesus Christ.
What?
What the fuck are you talking about?
Ugh. Oh, guys, I'm sure this is going to go just fine, isn't it?
Well, Pedro, I guess we can add this to the list of movies so bad they've driven dweebs to drunk.
Yeah, well, actually, Jovah,
I wish I was drunk.
Jovah, I have been drunk on good movies.
Not just that, he's still not quite as drunk as he was in Chappie, so we're still safe.
I got drunk on Psycho.
Well, yeah, that was your own fault because you wanted to do an Alfred Hitchcock drinking game, which I warned you against.
Jovah says, "When have I ever listened to you?"
So, okay, in that case, Dwibs, don't do a
I think we're getting the rest of the backstory here.
Oh boy. Again, I can't. I haven't got any alcohol left, so...
Well, obviously you can't do a Stephen King drinking game now. Okay.
Plot twist, Stephen King actually wrote this. Okay, not really.
Okay, now it's time for full backstory.
Alright, here we go. Again, I know I'm supposed to be treating this like a serious matter, but something kind of contradicts this.
Don't worry, dude. Save it. Save it in the holster of ammo against this movie.
That's the problem that I keep forgetting.
I've had nowhere to go. Nowhere to turn.
Patch,
Not really, no.
Oh God, guys, feel sad for this scene.
I don't know, Dweebs. You sound like you're doing enough of it for all of us.
Yeah.
Feel sad.
Wow, this commentary has everything. It has us getting outraged, it has Dweebs getting drunk, it has us pointing out incredible flaws, and it has just the unbelievable sense of... Oh, wait, here we go.
Okay, I'll try and contain myself. Hmm? The caterpillars.
They're going somewhere with this.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Butterflies do not get up that easily, lady.
Not even that. When we become butterflies, they die in a matter of days. And not only that, it's only for reproduction. The life of a butterfly and caterpillar, it fucking sucks.
Tell me about it.
Okay, I'll be fair. This actress is trying her hardest, but
Yeah.
Basically,
Okay. I'll look up the actresses. Okay, the actress here is Monica Potter, and she plays this character Karen Fisher. But again, Monica Potter's trying her hardest. The issue here is the script and Tom Shadyac, honestly.
now I don't recall, but Pedro, was the whole cliche of a woman being cold and hard because they had been molested a cliche at this point, or was it actually new in the 90s?
It was becoming a cliche around this point, yes.
Again, Jovah, this was 1998.
Well, then again.
Keep all this in mind. Keep all this in mind for later.
Oh, and guess when this movie came out in 1998?
But
Christmas Day.
don't get it.
It came out Christmas Day, so could you imagine all the families wanted to see a heartwarming Christmas movie, and then they get stuff like this?
Awkward. Really awkward.
It's like a Disney movie, I guess.
But hey, I mean, the fact that this is based on a real-life story, I mean, I guess I can't blame them for going with what seems like a cliche.
Again, this is the guy who gave us Ace Ventura and Liar Liar. What the hell happened here?
Oh, but Dwebs, it's based off a real story, so I guess they do have some legitimacy.
Again, Dwebs, like I said, the problem is that Tom and Steve right here are completely outside of their natural element. They're comedians at heart, and I have no idea what the hell Steve was thinking that they could actually pull this off.
And you know what's sad is, there are those big bursts that show that they could have pulled this off, because some of the lines would work great, but for the opposite driving force. Oh, God.
So, yeah, they don't have any more medicines. So, what are we going to do?
Well, you could ask the rich guy to maybe fund you some more and get medicine, right?
But Jovah, if they did that, they'll expose themselves as not having medical licenses.
Well, gee, Liz, it's almost like this is all illegal. In fact, how have they not been exposed to this point since they've been getting calls from all across the country?
Just as Patch wasn't caught before.
Oh. Oh. This is an insult. This is an insult to everyone. Heck, even
I've been
just
saying that since the beginning.
No, I mean this part in particular.
Seriously, and they don't get reported for this either. Fucking garbage.
You're stealing from a hospital. Incredibly important.
And guys,
medicines.
I got a joke for you.
Go ahead.
This guy's supposed to be the hero.
Yeah.
Stealing supplies from a hospital. Charming hero, ladies and gentlemen.
Lives, you are incredibly original with your jokes when you're drunk. I'll give you that.
Yep. That's why I say. That's why I keep saying that he should get drunk more often.
And actually, that would be a health hazard.
I do love when you slip into your cock.
Oh boy, here we go.
Drunk.
Yeah.
So, mind you, because now she can get down to level of patience, she's going to go meet this guy, because now she trusts men. Hello.
You know, the clearly, obviously psychopathic, unstable man.
Clearly.
Who actually lives in a decent-looking house.
I'll say.
If this is his house, that is.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. I actually quite like to live in there. If I had the money, that is.
And then the door opens open, and then this butler says, "Good evening."
Are we playing classical music here?
No, Jovah, I got it, Jovah. He opens the door.
Why are we? Why are we playing?
I know this.
Whatever.
Because, Pedro, they're setting up the tension of the scene.
Are you serious?
I know this is supposed to
That, and they're going to build up to another emotion that they want you to feel.
I know this is supposed to be an intense, emotional, serious scene here, but I don't even give a shit.
I mean, I guess it's to show that the guy is well-mannered despite his psychopath.
I gave more of a shit in episode 25 of Yokai Watch.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that, Pedro. You know, it's sad that I take more seriously an episode of a slice of life anime than I do this.
Well, slice of life animes can have their heartfelt moments.
Yeah, and that's what their job is, actually telling the personality of the characters they live in a small environment with not too much weird shit happening around them.
I think a better comparison would be saying that, you know, A Matter of Faith actually did its whole debate.
Oh, God. And I'm so pissed off because I have to agree with him now.
Remind me, A Matter of Fate, is A Matter of Fate the one where the guy time travels?
No, that's Time Changer. Don't worry, I'm keeping you in for that commentary.
Thank you.
Don't worry. Basically, A Matter of Faith is the one we did yesterday, where basically it's one that tries to... it tries to argue that evolution is a religion.
Oh boy.
Ironically, at the end, though, our verdict was pretty much that it's one of the most harmless propaganda Christian films ever. I mean, because that film actually did try, didn't necessarily succeed, but it did do well enough to try and portray both sides equally, and at the very least at the end, it didn't try to force people to believe in one single thing. Sure, it got a lot of scientific concepts dead wrong, but it did seem like it was trying to respect both sides equally, and the characters were nice enough.
Alright, so the principal is called Patch. I guess they suspect it's because they stole the medicines.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Hold on.
Let's let the scene play out. Off we go.
Ooh.
So there you go. The whole point of that character development was specifically for the single purpose of making you feel bad for her death.
Oh.
And you know what's the rich part?
Hold on.
Okay. Actually, can I bring up that point?
Go ahead.
Actually, I was about to, but oh wait, okay.
I want to bring up something for once.
All right. Well, at least let me lead into it. Well, Pedro, the reason they did it, though, was because, it's based off of real life. I mean, Pat's actual best girlfriend actually did die, right? I mean, surely this wasn't just a pointless character.
Glorious.
I mean,
okay. Audience, I'm going to tell you something right now. Okay, if you watch the Nostalgia Critics review, will help just about how Greg Sestero. But anyway, okay. Aside from that,
bring up what you want to bring up. This.
Yes, this was a good point this out this video. But in case you don't know, there was no girlfriend.
Yep.
Yes, the whole girlfriend getting murdered scene was a complete fabrication. It was a complete invention
not
of the
entirely.
movie. In fact, yes, someone did die, but it wasn't a female. It was his male best friend.
Yeah. I mean, basically, the female counterpart for this movie they made was based on an actual person that Patch met and was considered his best friend, but it was, a male and had no romantic interest in it. So
yeah. Someone was murdered in real life, and that was very, very sad.
Speaking of which, people, remember that scene where?
But to try and turn this into a fucking cliched girlfriend got murdered scene when it never happened, and also you invent a child molestation story to try and get some cheap emotions out of the audience. It's just fucking wrong.
And it's one thing to do it in something based off of a real story, but this is literally, and okay, I don't even care if you call it a semi-biographical film. It's a biographical film to some extent. And okay, even if you're slightly biographical, you don't just go changing the gender of the
this is exactly why I hate that scene in James Cameron's Titanic, where they completely shit on the legacy of one of the big officials.
Murdoch.
Murdoch.
Yeah. See, the thing with Murdoch is they actually got it mixed up with one of the other officials, and that was incredibly stupid. In fact, I hate that part of the movie. However, I'll give James Cameron credit for at least acknowledging that it was bad and reimbursing the family for that.
Poor Robin Williams, he's trying his hardest.
Yeah, and you know what the sad part? This is supposed to be the reasonable part of the movie. It makes you that that the action she take was actually what actually happens. If you put himself too much into caring about the patient, if you put too much empathy, you risk making mistakes, and things like this can happen. And now Patch is rightfully so blaming himself for this.
Yeah, what's interesting too. The season 1 of House, and to an extent, a certain. Actually, no, season 1, yeah.
Oh wait, listen to this bit.
Wrong.
Well, there are plenty of animals that kill humans.
And
you know.
No, and even other species, and their own species, even for sport.
Yeah, the whole man is evil thing shtick. But yeah, okay.
Another thing typical of the 90s.
Yeah.
It's seriously, it's at points like this where I have to wonder how much Robin Williams actually knew about the source material, because I'm sorry, I just can't see him.
He obviously
did.
I honestly didn't know. To me, at least to me, it didn't know.
Yeah, honestly, I mean, Robin Williams may be in the bad movie, but if there's one thing the guy had, it was morals. Dead hard morals. This is a guy who actually said screw you to Disney on several occasions and got them to actually listen to him.
Anyway, going back to what you were saying too. As this can confirm for me, in season 1 of House, they also addressed that issue. Basically, there's this female character called Cameron, and one of her big defining traits is that she tends to put too much empathy in connection with her clients. Basically, she's kind of House's polar opposite in the sense that she likes talking to patients and making a connection with them and shit like that. And a lot of times she gets hurt in the process when things go wrong.
Obviously.
And House does a much better job dealing with that kind of stuff. Like, to give you an idea, like, she had...
So yeah, Philip Seymour Hoffman's story arc again is coming to an halt because again, even though he was actually saying the right thing, he was actually in the right. Now apparently he's in the wrong because he's not putting enough heart into his actions. Fuck me. Just.
Again, I know. This movie wants
this black and white morality dividing thing is so disgusting.
Yeah, like Tia said, this movie is so freaking black and white. I can't possibly take this seriously.
At least you're enjoying Waves because you don't have a job attached to it.
Well, I'm pretty sure the main reason for that is because that he's drunk.
I hope so.
Okay. All right.
That's probably the main. That's probably the only reason because I can. If it wasn't for the drunkenness, he probably would have been bored to death by this point.
I'd probably have fallen asleep like I usually do.
Yeah.
All right, I'm back, and it's this scene again. Awkward in hindsight.
I'm Robin Williams, therefore I must do my incredibly inspirational and emotional monologues.
He can do them good, but at this point I think they were starting to become a bit, routine.
Oh, yeah.
Don't get me wrong, audience. He always put heart into them. But it got to a point where you could pretty much call what he was going to say.
Yeah. I know you're not a fan, Dwebs, but here's the interesting thing. One of the best roles I've seen Williams at, actually, is surprisingly where he's completely outside of his usual element, which in Nolan's Insomnia, where he's the killer. And he does a really good job in making him look...
Is that a spoiler?
Actually, I'm going to be fair. I haven't seen Insomnia, so
I haven't seen it either.
No.
Thanks, Petro.
No. You guys are missing the point. It's not a twist that Williams is the killer. We know going in that Williams is the killer. It's in the trailers and everything. It's not a twist. Don't worry about that.
Guys. Here's a cliche. The butterfly he thinks is the dead girl.
Oh yeah! Speaking of which, in case we haven't covered it, guys, remember that scene where he said, "Does a doctor explode if they get on level with their patients?"
Even Walt Disney would tell you that this is
the score, of course.
Even Walt Disney would tell you that you're overdoing it here.
Don't forget, the music is starting to get emotional. So cry for joy, goddammit.
I'm crying of laughter.
Now he makes his triumphant return because he saw Butterfly.
Yeah, really? Of course, that makes sense.
Anyway, what I was saying was, don't worry about that. Williams being the killer, the identity of the killer in Insomnia is not a natural thing supposed to be a mystery at all. Trust me. It's not about that. Don't worry about that.
Hey, Pedro. Maybe Insomnia could be a Nolan movie you could do with the rest of us, because I haven't seen Insomnia.
Yeah, basically, my point is, in Insomnia, Robin Williams is supposed to be like a kind of a psychopathic killer, and he does a fantastic job in making him sound like an actual guy who can look like he can burst anything, but he keeps himself calm and reserved.
Are you sure that they aren't confusing that with this movie? Because this
Congratulations, Robin Williams. You wasted more food in one single try than all the videos of How to Basic.
Are you sure that he's not the psychotic killer here? Because he could easily drown her in those noodles.
Oh my god.
Yes, Twibs, you're supposed to be taking this seriously.
Really? Seriously? This? Really?
Yes. I kid you not, Twibs, but despite the fact that this is a biographical comedy drama film, this is actually one of the scenes that's not necessarily meant for comedy.
Goodbye, Philip Seymour Hoffman. We will never see you for the rest of the movie.
Shame, you're like all the better actors in this movie.
His story arc is complete.
Yep.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, again, like I said, I wasn't a big fan of Mission Impossible 3, but even then, I think his character ended in a better way there than this.
You know what? For the sake of giving out some additional material, I'm going to check the Rotten Tomatoes page for this movie and check out some of the positive reviews to see what...
guys! Remember their villain? He's back in the film. Why don't you just mention the fact that, he did his practice without a license? You make me uncomfortable!
Jovah, can you quote me the line from Ghostbusters where the guy talks about how he's not a doctor? A poor scientist.
Your methods are meek. Your experiments are irrational. You come late to work every day. You are terrible with the students. You are a poor, poor scientist.
There you go.
Something along the lines of that, but yeah.
I love this rotten review by Rob Gonzalez. Has obviously been made for an audience that has never seen a movie before.
Oh my god. And look at it now. He's literally stealing files from the head's office.
Our hero, everybody.
Hey, guys. If this movie tried to portray Patch Adams as secretly a villain, that might have... Well, actually, that might have been even more disrespectful. Never mind, moot point.
This is like no job, because again, my entire job is based on the idea that Patch Adams, quote-unquote, institute.
Oh, wait, there's Philip. And now Philip's gonna help him out. But yeah, see, here's the thing, Dwibs. It's not just an insult to Patch Adams, but it's an insult to the whole medical community as a whole. It portrays doctors as scumbags, the establishment as evil, patients as...
And the entirety of healthcare is some kind of medieval torture chamber where no one has compassion or empathy for their patients.
This is like a freaking Saturday morning cartoon.
Paris the Fodlips. Even Saturday morning cartoons know when to have their limits.
You may as well have had that evil Fuhrer doctor wear a mustache, go Heil Hitler, and wear devil horns on his head.
Or like that thing, the actor who played JD in Scrubs said, which are actually basing a series on Dr. Acula.
Hang on. Objection! How was he even allowed back in here?
What?
He was fucking expelled.
Jim, you just contradicted yourself. Check this out. Check out this fresh review. The film may get sappy at times and come off as over-sentimentalized at others, but for the most part, it's an engaging, funny, and touching story. You literally just contradicted yourself.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh boy, here
the big trial scene at the end.
This is the big emotional speech at the end of every Robin Williams movie.
Okay, Dwibs, are you ready for...
corner, Robin Williams, in the other, evil generic doctor 101. Who will win?
Hey, Dwibs. You ready to see a trial that would make even Ace Attorney 6's dystopian future look sane by comparison?
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Okay, boom, he's guilty. He did his practice without a license.
Yeah, answer the fucking question.
Thank you.
Don't go into a monologue!
And he's lost the case immediately.
I wish.
I love this one. A movie of death and delight. I think you're mistaking this for Zootopia. I mean...
Or using the wrong term, death and despair.
Oh, wait. Hold on. Wait till he says the big line.
What?
Thank you for making a mockery out of this court. Look, if you were an Ace Attorney, pal, you would have gotten at least 3 penalties at this point. You know, Rob, you know, Evil Patch is what I'm going to be calling him. You know, Evil Patch. Good intentions are sometimes what lead to the greatest villains.
And you know what I'm constantly saying, the way of saying, good intention is what hell's floor is made of. Oh, fuck you.
Really? Did the doctor?
The doctor actually said
patients to keep him alive. He actually said, "What's fucking wrong
okay. I know. Okay, death should not be demonized. Yes, that is true, but not even ridiculized and made this thing by a doctor of all people.
I mean, that'd be like if a construction worker said, "What's wrong with faulty concrete?"
And now, Pedro, what do you think of this philosophy of life being taught to you by a doctor? We should never fear death.
No, fuck you.
Treat death as a friend. Look, buddy, you gotta realize some people don't want to die, regardless. Heck, yeah, go ahead and tell that to the 10-year-old. Oh, come on, kid, just welcome death like it's a friend. You had nothing left to live for.
Fucking hell. Alright, meanwhile, let me see what else is going on here.
By the way, what's the official Rotten Tomatoes score for this movie?
22%. Anyway,
Yikes.
Hey, Dwibs, guess what?
What?
Turns out Now You See Me Too sucks.
Wow, I never thought it would suck so hard, considering I'm the genius director of such classics as G.I. Joe, Retaliation, and fucking Jet and the Holograms.
Okay, hold on, guys. The speech is gonna get even crazier.
No, you're not.
But
earlier said you wanted to be a physician.
But
or a psychiatrist.
Yes.
What? Go on.
So you're actively admitting that your methods have led to the death of another, you know. Because a doctor never shows any slink of emotion ever. Look, even House eventually. I've seen some clips of that show. Even House knows when to let down the cold facade.
Yeah, he does, actually. Like, even in the pilot, he does it, actually.
Will someone please get this guy arrested? This sounds like the words of a criminal mastermind.
Yeah, honestly, even without the whole debate about if it's medical ethic or not, he committed several illegal actions by the state. I mean, outside of the medical community, he should be arrested for, violating legal laws.
And mind you, people could die. In fact, 2 people have died.
Yeah, a guy who didn't even get to see his family as he died, and also some,
this
female chick. Wait, female.
It's time for the captain. It's time for the Captain Planet support moral group.
It's fictional. It's fictional. Sorry. His fictional, not in real life girlfriend.
Because this is totally everything that Patch Adams did. He stood trial for, practicing without a license, stole medicine from a hospital, and this is what won the court case, the children showing off their red nose. Oh wait, and the occasional adult here and there, but showing out the red noses because him cheering them up somehow improved their life. Now don't get me wrong, it may have made things better, but this movie's suggesting that it freaking cured them.
You know what? Okay. Here in the UK.
All right, here's the verdict.
Here in the UK, we also have a red nose day, but that's for the purpose of red nose day around here.
For Tumblr.
It's for something called comic relief, which has been going on since the 80s around here in the UK, where the purpose of it is to entertain, but also to convince people to give to charity. And in that context, it works fine. Here, it doesn't.
Okay, here we go.
So technically you're taking the piss out of a UK tradition. Oh shit.
What? Never mind. No faults. No faults. No faults! Ow. That hurts.
Yeah. No.
Physically and painfully.
Okay. No faults, even though you stole from a fucking hospital.
Oh, let's see. You stole from a hospital. One of the disciples of you died by being shot. And yes, do go on to teach everyone to not fear death whatsoever. Most unorthodox! You're all insane!
Fuck this movie in the ass. Just fuck me. And the score, of course.
I am feeling exactly the opposite of what the soundtrack wants me to feel at this point.
Just...
And no, it's not over
well,
yet.
at least he finally gets his license.
Through whatever means, illegal or legal.
No. I know how he got his license.
What?
A little something called emotional manipulation.
Yep.
That's how he did.
Is it sad
by the way, Teo, you realize that we also need, since it's a Coppola movie, you realize that we need you and Jack, right?
No.
Yes, Tio, we need you.
But then again, Tio isn't doing the Godfather films.
Oh, really? You don't like the Godfather, Teo?
I just don't care.
Okay.
Okay, at least.
Well, but the thing is, Teo, we need you to be at least in one Coppola movie.
I guess.
Oh, hey, I mean, at least it's finally near the end. There's no more he could possibly do to. Oh, never mind.
Fuck you.
It's like this movie.
Yes, because I totally needed that. Thank you, movie.
Because Patch Adams totally did this. Pedro.
Okay, what's worse, this his ass or John Turturro's ass?
I don't know, honestly. I mean, whereas the latter was just bad.
And freeze frame.
During the next 12 years, Patch Adams opened a home-based family medical practice and treated more than 15,000 people without payment, malpractice insurance, or formal facilities. He purchased the 105 acres in West Virginia, and construction of the Gesundheit Hospital is currently underway. Yeah, thanks a lot. You just noticed this. To date, a waiting list of over 1,000 physicians have offered to leave their current practices and leave in Patch's cause. Yeah, because his cause is not what this movie is representing. That's the most education you're gonna get, folks. Those 3 lines of text.
What? Fate of the Heart? What is he doing with this movie?
Pedro!
I heard it's the opening of Star Trek Enterprise, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's the opening of Star Trek Enterprise.
Pedro, you think of something. Why is this movie in this... I mean, why is this soundtrack in this movie?
Because it was a popular song at the time, so they figured, why not, I guess.
But in a Dr. Heartfelt scene that has little to nothing to do with what Star Trek...
You put this in an environmental movie or something like that.
Anyway, so that was Patch Adams.
Okay.
It's emotionally manipulative. It's terribly written. The score, while well composed, is used terribly because of the. I mean, it's not that the music is badly composed or anything. It's just that it's just the way the movie uses it, and everything. Yeah, it's a piece of shit. Moving on.
Before you guys go on, I will admit something about this song.
What?
I actually This song's actually one of my guilty pleasures. In fact,
I like the song too.
In terms of,
I love the song.
In terms of theme songs of Star Trek shows, I prefer this one over Deep Space Nine's theme.
I do too. All right. Anyway,
I like the theme
it's a
too.
piece of shit.
Yeah.
Go ahead, too.
This fucking movie, as I mentioned constantly throughout all of it, is disgusting. It all, while the idea behind it is okay, the idea is right, and trying to portray this life of this man that wanted to improve the quality of life of people around him and the patients he treated, which is fine. This movie ridiculizes the concept of everything, of how Patches treated his patients, or the approach he had with the medical community itself, the way people study to become doctors. Everything in this movie is fucking horrible, misportrayed, and disgusting, to say the fucking least. And, well, I haven't mentioned it here in detail, but, you probably got me now. My job is tied to the healthcare compartment. I do something similar to what the real Patches do. I tend to tend more on a personal level, both physical, cleaning and stuff like that, and emotional, keeping company, helping, laughing with patients of all kind, old people, people with disabilities, children, stuff like that. My job is to keep them comfort, helping them. But this movie treats my profession like it's a fucking clown fest. And no, it's not. And treats people like doctors and nurses like these cold-hearted Nazis with old antics who don't want change for no reason whatsoever other than being fucking dicks.
Sorry,
it's disgusting, incredibly disgusting.
Yeah, Rod Stewart sung this song.
And what's the kicker? This movie was actually shown during the course I've taken, during the school course I've taken for obtaining my job license.
Are you serious?
Hold on. Immediately after it stopped, I went to the professor who showed it. But I say, what the actual fuck? I opened my statement with what the actual fuck. Then I proceeded to say what was wrong with the movie, and by the end of a 30-minute debate with the rest of the class, the professor admitted, yes, Theo, probably what you said is right. I should have not make you seeing this. Like,
wow.
It's...
in loving memory of Julie
she, because she was a doctress, she had shown it to previous classes. It's just... Fuck this. Why this movie exist in the first place? Also, Jovah, you'll bring up the whole life story in your commentary. I'm fucking done.
In loving memory of Julie Shadjack, I'm sure she'll appreciate this.
Yeah.
Yay! How about dedicating it to Patch Adams' actual friend who died?
Anyway, I'm done. Dweebs.
Your turn, Dweebs.
Okay, I'll be honest, before I start, I actually did not know that Faith of the Heart was in this.
I guess that's one redeeming quality, but that's just one.
Yeah, I didn't... I mean, I knew it was a Rod Stewart song originally. The Star Trek Enterprise version was sung by someone else. But, yeah, well, that's one thing I learned, I guess. But anyway, in terms of the actual movie itself, I got pissed, so that probably should tell you something. But then again, I got
pissed in more than one way.
Yeah, I got drunk on good movies as well. So,
well, you know what I mean. I mean, you were pissed and angry, and you were also pissed as in drunk.
Yes. Okay. Are you quite sure Patch Adams was meant to be the good guy here? Because he's portrayed in this movie as if he's the villain. He's manipulating everyone. He's he's trying to act like a try-hard, funny person that you get in school who normally should be met with a shut the fuck up, please reaction. You get him... Basically, this is the opposite of what this... excuse me. Everyone's reactions to him, aside from Philip Seymour Hoffman's before the third act, is the opposite of how they should be reacting to him.
I know.
Okay, even that stern girl. And yeah. This movie's completely unrealistic. It even pisses on a guy's legacy as well as his best mate. His dead best mate, might I add. Yeah. This is emotional manipulation of the movie. And it's
You got that right.
I think the actors involved actually do try the hardest as best as they can, especially Robin Williams and that the chick who played
Monica Potter.
Who played his fake love interest. But again,
And even Philip.
Even Philip Seymour Hoffman. But even then, considering the crap material from Steve Odekirk that he had to work with, I don't think anyone really could have come out of this with their dignity intact. And Tom Shadyac and Steve Odekirk, they really weren't cut out for this kind of material. I mean,
it's not just a matter of being cut out.
Again. I'm not saying comedy people can't do other things besides doing comedy. I swear I've seen plenty of examples in the past that they are kind of cut out for this kind of stuff. Like Doug Liman, for example. Most people normally associated him with gritty, realistic action movies, but then he did Edge of Tomorrow, which proved he can handle things on a bigger scale. But Tom Shadyac. Actually, I would have said stick to sitcoms, but then he made Evan Almighty, and I haven't seen Evan Almighty, I will admit that, but from what I've heard, it's not very good. But okay, back to this movie.
It has its moments, but for the most part, it's just mediocre, basically.
It's pretty much just a weaker Bruce Almighty. It's not bad, but you might as well just be watching Bruce Almighty.
Plus, it killed his Hollywood career. So, overall, this movie, it sucks. Next.
Great, there's still plenty for me to cover because this movie is just that bad. Look, there's not being cut out for a new field, but there's at least doing your research. I mean, unless they did do their research, and because this was a semi-biographical film, as they put it, they felt they could take liberties with the story. Disgraceful. I mean, seriously, where do I even begin? Okay, they got the asylum thing right, but then they dramatize it. They don't even really go into why he checked into that asylum, which admittedly doesn't have much to do with his healthcare thing, but again is maybe an important point you may want to touch up on, the whole cheering people up bit. I mean, seriously, and the way they bastardize Patch Adams' message from time to time. It's like, they make him sound like some guy who could only think in one emotion at a time. It's like, seriously, he goes full throttle into these stupid things. And really, is this even supposed to be helping the guy's dignity out? He is doing class clownery in this movie so badly. I mean, okay, look. Even if it is building up to a good message, whether or not he is the hero, some of the stuff he does is just downright bad and illegal. I mean, seriously, stealing from a hospital that is still treating some of its patients, that's evil no matter how much you paint it that way. Even if you're saving someone's life, reminder, you may be causing someone else's death by stealing their medicine. That's something he didn't do. And, my mom's a doctor, so I know how much stuff they got wrong here. I mean, it's like I said, the worst thing about this movie, aside from the historical facts getting seriously screwed up, is the fact that this is a movie that would be so much great if we were supposed to root for the other side. Instead, they want us to side with what I can only consider a psychopathic madman who is intent on doing everything his way, no matter who gets killed, because of Butterfly.
But you know what you're thinking. In all of this, what did the real Patch Adams actually thought about this movie?
He hated it.
Oh boy, yes he did.
Yeah. Like, seriously, he didn't like it, to say the least, and he was polite enough to not bash it on more than one occasion. But he pretty much implied that he fucking hates it, and for good reasons too, because he misportrayed his own life.
I mean, I have to say, he took the movie like a champ, all things considered. I mean, well, seeing as how he used it in one of his comedy sessions. I mean, he had plenty of legitimacy to tear that movie asunder, but he's been very polite about it. He did point out how, they didn't really use a lot of the money the movie made to charity, which he said he would have gotten. Oh, yeah, he didn't even really get payment for them, using his story. How nice.
Well, to be fair, do you think he would really accept the money from people who kind of distorted his life?
Well, he said that he would have given all the money to charity, which apparently the film didn't do. Well, the filmmakers.
Yeah. In hindsight, I don't know whose decision it was to not give him that much or if any money. If it was Tom Shadyac, though, then he's kind of lost a bit of respect.
I'm guessing it was the film studio head's idea as opposed to them. I mean,
so
they were mainly
Universal.
the writer.
Yeah, Universal.
Anyway, so that was Patch Adams.
Fuck this movie.
See you for a hopefully better Tom Shadyac movie.
We'll do next time we'll do Ace Ventura. Ace Ventura is awesome.
His first one, actually.
See you, everybody.
See ya.
See ya.